helping people find great cars and trucks to meet their family's needs and budgets. That's something that nobody else can say. See for yourself why for 120 years Weber has been the main.
Good, he's here. You can fix
Visit us
this.
at any of our locations in Granite City, Columbia, Illinois, and Shreveport. You can also find us on Facebook on WeberAutomotive.com.
Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles. Here's Isaac Lowen.
At the World Cup on Saturday evening.
Will you check that for me, please, brother?
No.
Lead is in distress once again.
Yes. In the 70th minute on Fox.
A minute. Minute and a half if we count the both games.
It was Mbappe's 19th career World Cup goal, and it sent France into the quarterfinals for the fourth straight time, where they will face Morocco, who earlier Saturday eliminated Canada 3-0. Today's action in the round of 16 kicks off at 4 p.m. Eastern from New Jersey. Brazil taking on Norway. Winner of that match faces
I'm here now, it's okay.
Mexico or England. Will pick up in the Azteca tonight at 8 Eastern.
Oh,
Baseball
Florida.
Saturday night.
Florida
Red
was
Sox
great.
over the Angels in Anaheim,
Oh, back
8-1.
Did I do that right?
7-1.
HD, did I do
I
that
just
right?
changed the view to get Timmy in the angle a little bit
Oh, okay.
more, But yeah, you're all good.
Auction and Real Estate Weather Center.
Cleo.
Here's your updated KYRO.
Get ready, because here we go.
Chance of thunderstorms today. Otherwise, sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Daytime highs approaching 86. Some chance of thunderstorms tonight. Lows get down to about 67, partly cloudy. Right now, it's 80 degrees. That's the latest from News Radio KYRO. I'm meteorologist Jennifer
It feels like
Wojcicki.
93. Bumper music, which means the mics are going live. Well, good Sunday morning, July the 5th, the day after the 250th birthday of our awesome nation, the United States of America. Woo, what a day, what a day, what a day it's been already this morning. Goodness gracious. Hey, we are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO, and of course we are streaming live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And the YouTube phone is getting all kinds of discombobulated. The title belt is falling all over the place. H.T. Daniels is having a Sarge morning.
And he only got here a couple minutes ago.
And only got here a few minutes ago.
Wait.
And the voice, of course, that you just heard, he is our nematode Nelly. He's the super fan, Tim Williams. Good morning, Tim. How are you?
Hi.
Oh, God, don't hold it. We're not going that route. We're
Well, I had
not
a
going
little
that
bit of
route.
HD.
How was your 4th of July yesterday, sir?
It was very good. A lot of fireworks around the house. I still have my fingers and toes.
I'm kind of grateful. I'm kind of grateful about this because, you know, up there in Louisiana, small little country town, but,
Mhm.
you know, I live in a residential area just like anywhere else, to be quite honest. But there wasn't a lot of fireworks going on. They were doing all of them down at the river, which was like about a mile and a half, 2 miles away.
Well, that's good.
So, I did not have any flare-ups last
Right.
night, we'll say that. But, you know, after spending the day with the family and everything yesterday, you know, getting back home, I was watching some of the fireworks displays on TV last night. And, you know, I gotta say, some of those displays that they were doing around the country were just absolutely fantastic. You know, they had one, of course, up in South Dakota, the Mount Rushmore, the spotlights on all the presidents' faces there on the mountain with the fireworks going on above was very, very cool. But then, you know, in Washington, D.C., you know, there was thunderstorms and heavy rain that came through, so they had to postpone and even cancel some of the stuff that they were going to do. But they finally got it going around about 11 o'clock our time, Central Time, and they had it for about an hour and a half or so. And introducing a lot of our war veterans, 100-year-old plus. One of them was 107, if you
Wow.
believe it or not, from World War II. Man, it was just so very cool to see. And then set the Guinness World Record for fireworks display with over 850,000 fireworks going off during a little mini concert that they were doing. That, you know, they had armed forces personnel up there singing different songs and whatnot, and it was very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of glad it's over with. The dogs and cats weren't having too much of it. They were a little freaked
Yeah,
out.
poor animals,
but,
yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And back in the studio with us this morning, he has finished fixing up the YouTube page or channel, I should say.
Making noise.
Making the noise as usual. He's back from Florida. He is our resident referee, Mr. 1, 2, 3. I miss saying this to him. A yeet!
I know.
HD Daniels.
Hi.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
How was Florida?
Florida was warm and toasty and relaxing. And
Did you go to the
beachy
beach, or-
And beachy.
So what all did you do down in Florida?
Oh, we go to a little place called Marco Island. It's south of like Tampa, Sarasota. We
Okay.
just did a beach vacation. Beach, pool, jet skis.
Go to any awesome wrestling events while you're down there?
No.
No.
I always check it out. I always check it out while I'm there. Like, what's going on down here? Nothing was going on that week, so.
Yeah, I didn't even think about this, but the next time if you make a trip down there like that, our former senior referee at World League Wrestling, Mr. Richard White, lives down there
Alright.
in that area.
Okay.
I have to get you guys together the next time you guys go down there, you know. But that's awesome to hear that you had an
Yeah,
awesome
we had a
trip
good
down there.
time.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Whoa, what did I do wrong?
no, I'm just reading already a comment.
Already comments coming in on the Facebook page. Let's go ahead and read this one. This is an important one. From Trisha McGarry Williams saying, "Good morning, gentlemen. I hope you had a yeet-tastic July the 4th. Absolutely a big old yeet to Miss Trisha right there. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, my dear. At least myself and HD do anyway. That's all I'm saying. Our main sponsor for our show, Uncensored Wrestling Talk, of course, is NWA's World League Wrestling, and some awesome events going to be happening with World League today, at the Race Wrestling Arena itself. This is for wrestlers only now. There is both a blood work and a physical clinic going on, helping talent prepare for the new Missouri Athletic Commission license year, which actually ended on, I believe, the 30th of June. So today from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m., that time has changed. It's again from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Race Wrestling Arena. Physicals are only $50, and blood work and physicals are only $100. So there is that. August the 15th, we're a month and a half away from NWA Showcase, the 2026 Territory Classic that's going to happen on August the 15th. All 7 territories going to be represented in an awesome tournament to see exactly who the best and the upcoming stars of the territories are going to be. And earlier this week on Facebook, World League Wrestling announced the first entrant into this tournament. First star to enter, representing NWA Joe Kazana Promotions Southeast out of Eastern Tennessee, is none other than Chase Emery. Chase Emery is coming to Troy, Missouri, Saturday, August the 15th, ready to prove he belongs among the top rising competitors in today's territory scene. The Territory Classic is built to showcase the next wave of professional wrestling talent from across the NWA landscape, and Chase Emery will have the opportunity to make a major statement inside the Race Wrestling Arena. The road to the 2026 Territory Classic is on. It's here. It's moving along.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see who all comes in. I mean, glad we got one. I want more.
Oh, you're going to get more, I guarantee you. And then also appearing that day for the NWA Showcase, there's going to be a meet and greet. Pay attention to World League Wrestling's Facebook. They'll give out details very, very soon for this. But this gentleman is going to also be presenting the trophy of the NWA Showcase to the winner. He is a former UFC welterweight champion. Mr. Matt Hughes is going to be in the house. That's going to be
Yeah, it's
very
gonna be
awesome.
awesome.
Going to be very, very awesome to see. Whew. It's like a whirlwind. There's been so much going on over this last week, to include Sunday last week. We had 3
Three
pay-per-views
pay-per-views.
on Sunday evening at the same exact time. And to be quite honest, you know, while I love as much wrestling as I can get my hands on it, man, that sucked.
Oh,
It sucked
it was
because,
brutal.
you know,
Brutal.
I've got 2 devices going. I've got my phone going. I got the TV going. I don't have a third device that I can actually watch the other one on. And plus, well, I mean, it's hard to pick and choose, right?
Yeah.
So I personally had NXT's Great American Bash going, and then of course AEW's Forbidden Door going on the TV. So, which ones did you watch last weekend?
I did NXT Great American Bash.
You didn't watch AEW Forbidden Door?
Nope.
Really?
At all?
I mean, I went back to
Okay.
and looked at the
You saw some highlights?
Yeah. off of
H.C.
YouTube.
Daniels, I know that you had sent me a message on, or sent a message on the Facebook, not the Facebook, the Discord channel
Yeah.
actually, saying that you were going to try and catch some of the Forbidden Door. Was you able to?
So I was able to catch all of Forbidden Door. That was about, I watched Forbidden Door, then we watched Dynamite just when we could. We tried to catch up on Raw and SmackDown yesterday, but I'm still behind on last week. I enjoyed Forbidden Door, I'll say that much. That was fun.
It was very, very good show, I thought.
Dynamite was fun too.
Now, of course, Night of Champions was also last weekend on Saturday night.
Mhm.
You know, we talked about it on the show last weekend, but H.D. Daniels, I want to get your thoughts on Sami Zayn coming out of that triple threat with Cody Rhodes and Gunther coming out as the brand new
Yeah.
WWE Undisputed
It
Champion.
was one of those, I thought, really cool shocker moments. Like,
Was it a shock?
it was a shock because I thought they were going to do it at WrestleMania.
But don't you
Mhm.
hate it because it ended in a roll-up?
I did hate that, but it was, I mean, it was yeah, you know, I hate roll-ups. But it was, you know, roll up 1, 2, 3, hey, he won, that's cool, but a week later, there's all these rumors he's going to lose it on Monday, now I'm bummed.
We're gonna jump the gun on this one real quick. Normally I like to go a chronological order here, but we're gonna go ahead and jump the gun on this particular item. So on Friday Night SmackDown, we had Sami Zayn open up the show, celebrating his win. Kudos to the man. You know, he does deserve to be known as a world heavyweight champion, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he's put in the work over these last 10 years to deserve that. But he comes out, he's talking about himself, which is, you know, every champion does, and it, rightfully so. He was done talking, really. He wasn't really
Yeah,
interrupted.
No.
But he was interrupted by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came out and just wanted to congratulate him. And that was about it. And he started to leave, and Sami Zayn was like, hold on, there's something more to this. And before Cody Rhodes could really even start speaking, Jey Uso coming out, and, you know, them having a little montage between the three of them. And Adam Pearce comes out, the interim, I guess you would say, general manager for SmackDown, while Nick Aldis is suspended now. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit more detail here, just a little bit. But making a match, the main event for Friday Night SmackDown, and it would be Cody Rhodes taking on Jey Uso. A yeet.
A yeet.
I know.
Yes. Always a yeet for Jey Uso. And it would be a number one contendership to face Sami Zayn. Now, we found out pretty much as soon as that match was told that Sami Zayn would defend that championship against the winner on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Whew.
Adam Pearce is here just destroying the brand split.
He is. He is. I mean, even Sammy goes, what? I have to defend it on Raw? And Adam says, you're going to do whatever I want you to do.
Mhm. I don't like that at all.
You don't like it?
No, I love the brand split when done right. There's no point in having 2 world champions if you have Sami on Raw.
Now, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but that match between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, I thought was a tremendous match. What a competitive match between two gentlemen that want to get their hands on that championship title. And, you know, either way that match would have went, I wouldn't have been shocked by.
Right.
I think they both deserve to be, you know, going for a shot. And Cody Rhodes comes out as the victor, and I think we'll see Jey Uso somewhere along the lines getting a shot as well down the road, maybe even against the eventual winner of Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn Monday Night, or maybe even after SummerSlam. But here's my thought process on it. As soon as, and it hadn't even been announced yet, as soon as they said that, I thought, okay, Cody Rhodes is going to beat Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw to regain the championship for a 4th unprecedented time. Who would have thought Cody Rhodes at this point would be a 4-time champion?
They got 12 more to do.
To match Ric Flair?
Right.
Well, then
How
he's
about-
got 13 more to beat John Cena.
Right.
How about 14 more? 14 more to completely beat
Yeah.
John Cena. Hey, I'll go for it. But as soon as that was announced, I thought CM Punk. My mind went to CM Punk on this because I knew that Monday Night was going to be Monday Night Raw upcoming tomorrow night would be in Chicago, Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
the hometown of CM Punk. CM Punk, even though it was already rumored that he was going to be switched over to SmackDown, this would be his final appearance basically on Monday Night Raw for a while before he goes over to SmackDown. But I thought, one of two things is
What's
going to
with all
happen.
these number 1 contenders not earning it? Seth Rollins, CM Punk.
Hey, we'll get to Seth Rollins in a little bit. That's a different situation here.
No, it's not.
Cody
He didn't
Rhodes.
earn it.
Cody Rhodes earned it by beating
This
Jey
year's earned
Uso.
But if Cody beats Sami, then Punk didn't earn it.
So you want to see?
We're
CM
already
Punk?
there. We're already
Yeah.
at Cody versus Punk. It's already happening.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
But see, here's my
At
thing.
SummerSlam or WrestleMania?
Probably SummerSlam, and then it'll be a rematch at WrestleMania because they don't know how to book anything.
My question is this: does CM Punk interfere in that match to cost Sami Zayn the match, or does Cody Rhodes basically win it cleanly, and then CM Punk comes out and challenges him right then and there for SummerSlam? That's kind of what I'm thinking of, the latter of that. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
So I think it's actually going to be opposite. I think Cody's not going to win it cleanly, but he's going to win it. CM Punk, and I think Cody turns heel.
Not yet.
No, I really honestly believe it's going to be CM Punk is the one that, if either one of them wants to turn heel, it'll be CM Punk. What do you think, HD Daniels? You haven't been here for 2 weeks. I want to hear you talk.
I don't think CM Punk will be a straight up heel, like he'll be cheating to win or doing dastardly deeds, but he will be the quote bad guy, I would think. But in Chicago, no, he won't. He'll be cheered and it'll be a big pop and all that stuff.
Of course.
It'll be Cody versus Punk will be, I don't know, okay. It'll be fine. It'll be uninteresting for sure.
Ooh, really? You
Oh
think
yeah,
so?
totally. I have no care to see those two in a feud.
Wow.
Yeah.
HD Daniels keeps getting harsher and harsher as
Is
the
it the
weeks
fact
go
that CM
along
Punk
here.
is getting old?
CM Punk is just on repeat.
Right.
Everything he does is on repeat. Cody will talk about how he left 10 years ago and how it broke his heart and how he was sad. And I don't know.
Hey, real quick on the Facebook chat, I've got to mention this one. From Jimmy Harris Sr. says, good morning, have a fantastic yeet of a show, and happy 4th of Yeet, aka
4th of
July.
Yeet,
yes.
I like that.
Seriously,
happy
Jimmy?
4th of
Come
Yeet
on.
to you as well, Jimmy Harris Sr.
There's 4
Thank you so
letters
much.
in Yeet. It was the 4th of July. Uh-uh.
No, no.
Yes, yes.
There's 4 letters for
Yes,
you.
yes, I like that. Happy 4th of Meat. I like it. I like it a lot. But no, I think it just makes, to me, it makes more sense for CM Punk to go heel.
Mm-hmm. It's easier.
It is easier, but how do you do it? That's the question. Because do you do it there in Chicago, in front of his quote-unquote fan base?
He'll get cheered no matter what he
Yeah.
does. CM Punk could kill Cody's dog.
And
he'll
that's
still
and
get
that's my
cheered.
point.
Right.
Does it take away if they do it in Chicago? Does it take away from him turning heel if everybody is still cheering for him in Chicago?
Does it take it away?
Does it take away from it?
Well, they would have to do it the next week if they do anything. I mean, they could do it in Chicago, but it won't mean anything.
So do you think maybe he comes out on Monday after Cody Rhodes wins the title, challenges Cody Rhodes right then and there to a match at SummerSlam, and then maybe later on in the week on Friday Night SmackDown or a future Friday Night SmackDown before Showdown or before SummerSlam turns heel? Or do you see him
I don't
turning
know.
heel at all?
First of all, I wish none of this would happen, and we do Cody versus Punk without the title.
We know what's going on. Put the feather in your cap and ride.
I don't know if it'll be a turn like a low blow behind Cody's back. I don't know if any of that's going to actually happen. It'll just be, hi, Cody, I would like to challenge you. Okay, I accept, and now we have a match, just like we did on Monday.
Because the last time we saw CM Punk,
Yeah, they had a little friendly.
they did have a little friendly interlude between the two of them. And he said, you never know when a title opportunity is going to fall into my lap,
Yep,
basically.
yep.
And this is a title opportunity falling into his lap. Because he's taking
Yeah.
initiative.
Mm-hmm. Well, he just exists. He didn't earn it. But it's so fall into his
I mean,
lap.
I agree with you. I think no matter who it is, they should be winning matches and maybe even having a number one contendership match to see who's going to face the champion and all that. But it is what it is.
Mhm.
WWE's already proven that they're going to do whatever AI tells them to do.
Were you surprised that none of the Bloodline got involved Friday night?
I'm surprised at the lack of bloodline involvement across the board. So when Oba won,
Mhm.
and in the WWE title match too.
Now, are you meaning like during the Cody and Jey Uso match?
Yeah. I mean,
No, it doesn't really surprise me because of the fact that Cody and Jay are friends. Cody and Jimmy are friends. Now, not
Right.
so much Solo. I mean, not Solo, but Jacob Fatu. But yeah, Jimmy and Jey Uso are still kind of friendly with Cody Rhodes, and I didn't really see them like turning their back on.
not necessarily
on
get involved
Cody
in the
Rhodes.
match, but at least I suddenly show up at ringside. I figured there would have been some distractions at least.
No, because that's a heelish turn. That's a heelish move. And right now they're not really being portrayed as heelish characters, honestly. I mean, Jey Uso has been kind of teetering on that fence a little bit when it comes to people like LA Knight and that kind of thing. But with Cody Rhodes, it's a different animal.
Yeah, but let's be honest, just the whole Bloodline story is heelish. They've done it once and they're doing it again.
Well, Roman it's kind of seems that way anyway, that Roman Reigns is kind of pushing that narrative,
Mhm.
kind of, sort of. HD?
Are they? It's hard to define the bloodline because Roman is like the top babyface. He gets all the ones in the air every time, but then he cheats to win when he needs to cheat to win. But he hasn't done that
That was it.
really this reign.
Yeah, he hasn't,
Um,
since he's come back.
I would guess I would define them as babyface right now.
HD Daniels.
Because they haven't
defines
really
the bloodline
done
as
anything.
babyface.
They haven't really done anything heelish, really, quote unquote.
Not really.
By
But
definition.
ganging
Not
up on
really.
LA Knight is not heelish.
Well, They're protecting their family business. And they
That's, yeah, that's family business. And you know, that didn't happen. Honestly, it didn't happen until after LA Knight kind of instigated it by attacking Jey Uso outside of the ring during his match with Jimmy Uso.
The Usos are being more heelish than Roman is right now, for sure.
A little
They're
bit,
being
yeah.
little whiny B words when they were just friends with LA Knight at WrestleMania.
I mean, even
It's poor old Solo, he's gone solo.
he is solo. He is solo. There's MFT, you know, leaving him in the dust. But I mean, again, it doesn't surprise me that they did not do any heelish thing because it wouldn't have made sense with Cody Rhodes.
LA Knight's the one that was more heel
Yeah.
in the match. Like, really?
Even on the microphone,
Uh-huh.
the way that he talks about the Usos and the bloodline and stuff like that. I mean, in the past, does he have valid points? Of course he does. Absolutely he does. But what has the bloodline done right now that affects him negatively? Absolutely nothing.
Well, they're keeping him entrenched instead of focusing on a championship.
Which is kind of why I'm thinking here very, very soon, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe the following week, we see a heel turn by LA Knight.
So is it going to be, I mean, we know where it's
Possible.
going. LA Knight and Solo versus the Usos. We know where that's going.
Yeah.
The
With
LA
Horace
Knight,
Keys.
oh God, I don't know where he's going to fit in. So is it going to be Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys and Solo and
Mm-hmm.
I
LA
wouldn't
Knight?
put a 6-man like that together.
Why not? They've done worse.
Well, you ain't wrong there. You ain't wrong there.
And then there'll be the Jay versus Jacob dynamic because they don't like each other.
Interesting.
Not really.
Interesting that you would say that is what I mean. Hey, you know what? We are way past our first break of the show. We're going to go ahead and take that. And when we come back, we'll start talking about AEW's Forbidden Door pay-per-view from last Sunday night. Some interesting things going on with that one. Some awesome matches. And, you know, H.D. Daniels,
Hi.
when we come back, how long of a break is this one?
59 seconds?
59 seconds, and we'll be right back right after this.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. For 80 seconds in line, 80 seconds in line, 80 seconds in line, 80 seconds in line, 80 seconds in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri, dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Red Wing, Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thorogood, as well as Superfleet insoles, state-of-the-art 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947. Finley Shoes, 636-528-8247.
And the mics are going live. Well, welcome back. We are live. This is Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Gateway Fiber Studios here on News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, we are also streaming on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Type it in, click on it, get in there, talk with us. Let us know your comments and your questions and everything of what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. AEW Forbidden Door, and then you watched some of the highlights of it there, Superfan. H.D. Daniels, was you able to see most of the show?
Yeah, most of it.
Most of it? Okay.
Or all of it.
Or all of it? It was a blur.
Like, I didn't watch the pre-show. Or the...
Fair enough.
Was there a post?
There wasn't really much to the
All right.
pre-show, to be honest. The Divine Dominion,
Yeah,
the
squash.
Women's Tag Team Championship match. They retained, of course, in that one, and that was really the major thing that happened on the pre-show. And really, that's not a very major thing anymore, to be quite honest, because it's been squash matches.
His brain froze.
Yeah. He was trying to think, was there another
Yeah,
match?
yeah, exactly. That's exactly
Daniel
what I was
Garcia
thinking.
had a match on the pre-show too. But
Yeah, and that was an okay match. But again, nothing really to write home about, to be honest. But on the card itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 matches altogether.
It was a little. I normally enjoy it, but when you're trying to catch up, that's a little much.
Well, see, here's the thing. We're used to seeing them putting on 12, 13 matches on the card, on the main card itself, right? And with them having like 3 or 4 less matches, I was thinking, this one's gonna go not quite as long, possibly. Boy, was I wrong.
You forgot Kenny Omega had a match.
Yeah, that one didn't go as long as we thought it was going to.
Not as Will Ospreay's match.
Yeah, Will Ospreay's match was very long. And rightfully so, I think. But still, starting at 6 o'clock and going almost 6 hours, 2 minutes to midnight. 2 minutes to midnight Central Time is when it ended. And I'm like, good golly. That's a long time. And then, of course, it took another 30, 40 minutes or so before the post-show started, the post-media scrum. And that's a given, too. It's usually about 30 minutes. People in those chat rooms, I'm telling you what, they are just ridiculous. When's the show going to start? Why isn't it started yet? Come on, people, we need to start this right now. And I agree, we should start it right away, but you've got to give them a moment to breathe, though, too. Come on now, think about it. But Forbidden Door, the Young Bucks, El Sky Team, and Unbound Company. El Sky Team being made up of Mystico, who I absolutely love. I love his work. And Maskuro Dorado. Shingo Takagi and Teton of Unbound Company taking on the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks coming out as the victors in that one. And I know that they're trying to build the Young Bucks back up again, right? But to be honest, I was a little disappointed in that one. Not that the match wasn't great. The match was a great match. Just I would much rather have seen either El Sky Team or Unbound Company come out as the victors in that one. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just done with the Young Bucks. I don't care if they have another title reign or not. I mean,
we're so happy today.
I know. Maybe it's lack of sleep. I don't know. No, it seems like Young Bucks, yeah, they want to put them on top again. And the last 2 title reigns they had, it's been blah for the Young Bucks. And I'd rather just see them do the support cast, bring up the other teams. You got the Dogs now. I'm really liking the Dogs.
You like the Dogs.
I like the Dogs.
He likes the Dogs.
He doesn't like the dog at World League.
No, he does not like the dog.
Because that's a little chihuahua.
You're real quick in the Facebook chat room. Herb Simmons, the owner and promoter of SICW, saying good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to you, good sir. Thank you for joining us. And former professional wrestler legend Pat Rose in the chat room with us saying good morning. Good morning to you, sir. Hope that you're having a great Sunday morning down there, I believe in Georgia, all the way down in Georgia land. Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. Man, it wasn't as long of a match as normal for Kenny Omega. It was a good long match, but I mean, not the 45-minute marathon that we normally see. But man, what a match between those two, H.D. Daniels.
Yeah.
I so want to see more of Zack Sabre Jr. over here. I've got to think. And yes, I'm one of those, I guess, few, and I say few, but there's probably thousands upon thousands of wrestling fans here in the States that watch New Japan. But I'm one of the few in our little group anyway, community, I guess you could say, that is always watching New Japan all the time, no matter what. Um,
Do you watch World and JPW World?
I do,
Okay.
I do. Zack Sabre Jr. has got to be the most technical wrestler right now in all of professional wrestling.
Who would you say his style is modeled after?
Oh gosh,
Because I have a
that's a
Comment
hard
about him.
question. Go ahead.
Well, do you find technical wrestling in the modern era, let's say the last 10 years, a little tedious? Because there was technical wrestling, you know, like Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, that
Bret
style.
Hart.
Bret Hart, that style of technical wrestling is different than modern day technical wrestling.
It is.
And I find it a little like, okay, Zack Sabre Jr. is going to bend the elbow and bend the fingers again. Like,
Of course.
Do you think it's too slow paced for you?
it's
or is-
almost too slow is a word you can use, but it's also just like the guy's just laying there letting him move his arm around. You know?
Well, let me ask you this. Which is a wild thing to say here, but were you not a fan of wrestling from back in the day when they would go 1 hour Broadways?
Not always, because that got a little tedious too.
Okay.
I'm not saying I
At least
didn't
you're being
like
consistent.
it.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
See, I look at it as this way. I mean, it used to be a headlock takeover, then you had 2 or 3 minutes of punishment on the mat.
Mhm.
Instead of the headlock takeover, now you got this with Zack Sabre Jr. more of a new age
Sure.
way to do it.
Like Pete Dunne, for example, he's another one. Like when Pete Dunne really gets to be Pete Dunne, he works the fingers. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't like
Joint
it.
manipulation.
Joint manipulation. Maybe that's what the joint manipulation is just a little. Okay.
Okay, but see, here's my problem. Here's my, and I don't want to call it a problem, but here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're by no means are you
Yeah.
young, right? And I'm talking like in your early
no,
20s.
I ain't there.
But you're not old, like in your 50s, like myself and Superfan over here are.
no.
But you are also along those kind of same mind frame, in a way. A little bit different because you're in the business itself as well. But of your quote unquote normal AEW fan, professional wrestling fan of today
Yeah.
and of today's product, right?
Uh-huh.
Whereas myself, I enjoy everything. Okay, it doesn't matter
Sure.
what it is. But when I see a battle,
Uh-huh.
a battle between like Kenny Omega and Zack Saber's match that they
Uh-huh.
had, or any of Zack Saber's matches, because he does this in all of his matches, right? I enjoy the heck out of it.
Good. I'm
I
glad.
really truly do.
I enjoyed it too.
And I wish more people would,
Yeah.
because those type of matches really showcase wrestling skill.
They do. Zack Saber's definitely he fits Japanese culture way better than American, because the Japanese will sit down and watch and appreciate all the little tiny little things that he's doing to your fingers and your elbows and your toes. And they can sit there in silent and just watch.
Because boy, oh boy, I tell you what, you get a middle finger or a pinky finger or even your index finger dislocated from you know a joint manipulation move like Zack Sabre Jr. does. How the heck are you going to be able to close a fist and hit somebody?
I think it's
You know,
just the
anything really.
I think for me it's just the application of these moves. The guy's literally like just laying there. Here's my arm. Do something with it.
Yeah, but he's not really doing that. Zack Sabre
He's
Jr.
not, the guy didn't give him his arm. He took the arm.
It's right.
He took it.
But see,
And
here's the thing.
Take it.
When Zack Sabre Jr. does these different moves, he puts his opponent in a pretzel first. To where he cannot get away. He can't reach the ropes. He's got to either find a way to get out of it on his own without extra help like the ropes, or give up.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I'm not saying the guy's not skilled. He is. Just not necessarily my taste.
I just want to see more, personally, of Zack Sabre Jr. And maybe seeing him more will grow more on folks like yourself. You know what I mean? That will appreciate, and I'm not saying you don't,
No,
because I
that's
know
fine.
you do.
Mhm.
But more fans appreciating
Yeah.
that style of wrestling, because really that's also part of strong style.
I think the fans, especially AEW fans, do appreciate it. I don't think Zack Sabre Jr. would succeed in WWE. I don't think he would. I don't think the fans would buy into
No,
him or
he
accept him. That's the
wouldn't.
word. They wouldn't accept him.
I'm trying to think of someone that Zack Sabre Jr. could really be compared to as far as his technical style
Pete
goes.
Dunne.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne.
Who?
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne?
Butch.
Butch?
Butch.
Yeah, I mean, but
But again, that's kind of thrown back to the European style too.
Yeah.
it is.
Old Butch could wrestle Zack Sabre Jr.
And that would be a fantastic match, an awesome match. I would love to see that one day. But outside of, let's take Pete Dunne out of it for a moment, because we haven't seen Pete Dunne in forever.
Yeah, where is he?
Who knows?
In Mexico, underneath the mask.
No.
He is?
No, stop that. Not even the same build or anything. But outside of Pete Dunne, who comes even close to the technical skill that Zack Sabre Jr. possesses?
Oh, Walter.
Ooh, we haven't really seen him
What about
do that
Chad
kind
Gable?
of skill. That
Chad
kind of
Gable
skills
could do it.
as well. And again, we really don't see him manipulating joints like that.
Well, you
Either.
don't want two joint manipulators really in the same match. You just want somebody that can compete.
I would love to see a match
Would you?
between two joint manipulators. Who is
Well,
going to get the
Well,
advantage?
all right, Snoop Dogg can joint. Can
Oh, the heck
manipulate
is that?
joint.
No. Come on now, you're that's too much. That is too much.
He likes his joints. Do you get it?
And on that note, it's time. It's time for our second break of this hour. The final break of
I don't
this
think you
hour.
say that on live radio.
Joint?
You can say the word joint, elbow joint,
Elbow joint, knee
finger
joint.
joint, knee joint, neck
When
joint.
Snoop Dogg rolls his knees, he rolled his knee joint.
Right.
Oh, and again, on that note, we got to take a break, folks. We'll be right back.
King Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company. Tell us about the latest things you
He's
guys have
nuts.
going on. King, we
H.C. Daniels is back in the house.
You have to have some kind of sale going on. Nope, no quote unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why? Because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time, they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't
Who?
play those
How
games.
old is Zack Sabre?
We're not about sales.
Yeah, I think
we're
I'm in
about
his
true
early 30s.
savings. I like that.
Well,
No
that's
sales, just
Google.
savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that
Anything
your
on
pricing is
YouTube?
always super competitive.
Yeah.
Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident that we can get you set up the right way. You heard it.
Big Mike
Great
is on
pricing,
YouTube?
great inventory,
Hello
great
there,
people,
Monsters
quick
One in
delivery.
the YouTube channel.
Over 1,000 five-star reviews. Please don't
Hey,
settle
this
for just
handle
any
is- it's your
dealership.
boy,
Aim higher and go
Big
visit the good guys
It's
in
your
Troy.
boy,
Motorsports.com,
Big Mike.
Facebook and Instagram.
Of course, he's going to be doing boot camp very, very soon. August the 3rd.
In the Winfield
August
Plaza,
the 3rd.
and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Setting the standard
Oh, wow.
for authentic Mexican food and great drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations. Stop in or order online for carryout at DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com. Don Julio's Mexican
Looks like he is
Restaurant in
now.
the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on Wednesday in Troy
Pasta
and on
Prate.
Monday in Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. Veteran owned and operated. Bringing great authentic Mexican food home to Lincoln County. Hasta pronto. The Wrecking Crew. What do you guys do here?
We recycle. Our typical business is picking up stuff that nobody else can get.
People may have a lot of money laying in their property and they just don't realize it.
They do. A lot of money sometimes, and not where you would think it would be.
Where are you located?
Troy Winfield, Van Dyke, Missouri. We do boxes, trailers. We cut stuff up on site. We do insurance work. Farmers, if you have a burnt building or wind damaged building or grain bin, that's our specialty.
How they get the
car while you were down
Me
there?
personally or call the office.
The Wrecking Crew. 636-462-1727.
Really?
Old Monroe
When was
Lumber
that?
Company has the really big
Yesterday
tools
morning.
ready to get the
Yeah.
job done right. Not
Store,
only
you
in the
can't get off
retail
the
store,
plane.
but in the rental area too. Bobcats, excavators,
Ground crew wasn't
dingos,
allowed
and
off
lift
the
equipment,
property.
including a
Okay.
65-foot boom lift,
Tarmac.
scissor lifts, and more. Need something a little smaller?
Wild.
Old Monroe Lumber Company rents saws, log splitters, jackhammers, water pumps, and dump trailers. Just about anything you need delivered to your job site. Take a look online at omlumber.com.
Operating Engineers Local 513, proud to support the Mizzou Tigers, St. Louis Blues, Kansas City Chiefs,
Well,
and
down in
local high
Oklahoma,
school
they had a
sports on
fire
News Radio
scene
KYRO. The
haywire,
Local 513 training
and,
program
I mean,
on Highway
it pretty
61
much
and
tore
F
up
is
the
now
entire
accepting apprenticeship
residential area.
applications to
They were-
build your future.
it was a
Motor
major
grader,
fire.
backhoe, crane operation, and maintenance programs
I was
earn
like,
college
whoa.
credits and employment as an operator. Visit the Local
What happened?
513 training program website at iuoe513.com and start building your future today.
Welcome to MegaNet.
Last
Personal
commercial.
Internet, press
Get right
1.
back into it.
For any different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet?
And the mics
provider?
are going
For more
live.
information, Visit gatewayfiber.com.
And welcome back, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber Studio. News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, our streaming channels going at the moment on Facebook and on YouTube. Jump on in there and speak to us. Tell us what you think. Give us your questions and your comments as well. And, you know, Pat Rose in the Facebook channel that we were talking about just a few moments saying that his son Ty Rose wrestling now as well. Very cool stuff. Check him out. I'm sure if you type that into YouTube, you can find a whole bunch of his matches. That'd be very cool to see. H.D. Daniels,
Hi,
my good friend over here. We're also on X.
we're on X. I'm tweeting right now.
You are tweeting right now.
At UW Talk KYRO.
Noise.
Do they call it tweeting anymore, or is it Xing?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good
I think we
question.
should just start calling it Xing.
Xing?
Xing?
All right,
Okay.
I'm Xing on the
He's
X.
Xing on the X. And superfan Tim Williams. We've got a Discord
Yeah,
channel.
we have a Discord we're always in. It's called Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
And there you go. HD Daniels always puts the links in the chat rooms, and hopefully he will go ahead and do that again for us this morning.
If I
So
feel
that
like
way, if he feels like it, that way you all can join us in there every day that ends in Y. There's some sort of wrestling going on. 1, 2, the 3 of us. You know, we're always in there, along with a whole bunch of other folks talking about what is going on right then and there. Hey, getting back to this talk about Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr., H.D. Daniels, were you surprised, though, that Kenny Omega picking up the win
No.
against Zack Sabre Jr.?
None whatsoever.
It makes sense now, to me.
Now it does,
Right.
since the picture is
But what
unfolded a
sense
little
would it
bit
have made
better.
for Zack Sabre Jr. to beat Kenny Omega?
See, I still think it's time one of the AEW or WWE pick up Zack Sabre. So, you know, I
Yeah, but
figured
he's still under contract with New Japan, and we don't know exactly how long he's got
Right,
still
but-
with New Japan.
I would like to see Zack Sabre more often on AEW.
I would
With
too.
a bigger storyline than just Forbidden Door.
I would too. And no shocker to me, I don't know about you guys, but no shocker to me, the AEW Continental Championship on the line. Jon Moxley defending that belt against Bandito and coming out as the victor in that one. But you know, I can't cry too much for Bandito. He had a hell of a match with Jon Moxley, but he's also the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion as well. So there is that.
Yeah, I mean, I know originally I said that was going to end a 20-minute draw, but I was wrong on that. So
I don't know what you were thinking last week when you said that.
no, I don't know either. I don't know. Lack of sleep, I guess.
You know, also the AEW Women's World Championship on the line. Thekla defending against Starlight Kid from Stardom Wrestling. No surprise to me, really, that she defeated Starlight Kid. It was an awesome match, I thought.
Mhm.
And, you know, her taking the mask of Starlight Kid, no surprise to me. And her even attacking the owner of Stardom, no surprise to me. But did you see the attack on the owner, H.D. Daniels? Or even Superfan?
I think
on the
I
highlights?
missed that.
It was on the highlights, yeah. I mean, to me, it sounds like there's more to come with
That
this
man
whole
needs
thing.
some lessons. The man
Oh.
needs some lessons.
He took lessons from Vince McMahon.
No, even worse than that. It was
Not to
the
talk
worst
about.
sell job of all time ever. My good golly. You got punched in the face, dude. Some people. AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line. The Dogs, David Finlay and Clark Connors, going up against the champions Cope and Cage, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. And, you know, again, no surprise here. Cage and Copeland coming out on top with the win.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the interference by Jay White, or however you want to put it, Jay White being back, and now that just brings that really big dynamic, and probably we're looking at the split of Cope and Cage.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You say wild things sometimes. I think you just want them to happen. I think
Keep
they're-
everybody guessing. It's better than AI.
No, they're. I think Cope and Cage are quite hilarious with their Christian. They didn't become the old Edge and Christian, which I thought they were going to do, which would have been fun. But Christian is still the a-hole.
Yes, he is.
and Edge is just like, he's my a-hole.
But see, also you got to remember that when Jay White went out with injury 459 days before, oh man, that's a long time to be out. He and Christian Cage were kind of in the middle of a feud going on. So it's kind of understandable, to me anyway, that Christian Cage really doesn't want anything to do with Jay White.
Right.
So there is that.
And that I found it quite entertaining. Edge, I'm gonna call him Edge forever, but he was just like, all right, whatever you say, jerk.
I mean, he didn't even say bye as
No,
he left the
right.
interview and when, you know, those type of things I really enjoy.
Me too. I'm enjoying it very much.
It just all comes together. We've got about 2 minutes before the top of the hour. Man, this first hour just went by blazing fast. You know, real quick here, Mercedes Moné defeating Maya World by submission in the Women's Owen Hart Cup final. And I gotta tell you, I'm a bit disappointed. I really, truly wanted to see Maya World come out on top of that one.
I mean, again, that's all about what draw you're going to have for the show and
Yeah,
all.
I know.
That's really,
still.
I mean, Maya World, even though it's a great story, she's not going to have the draw that Mercedes Moné will have.
The tickets are going to get sold regardless.
I don't know if they are. The title fell down.
The title fell down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mad at me. I didn't do anything.
I
You can
didn't
get mad
say
at me.
he did.
You can get mad at me.
I didn't say it about anything. I just know that the title fell down.
What title? You'll have to tune into the YouTube to see.
Ooh. We'll get that fixed at the break. But no, I was a little disappointed. I really wanted to see Maya World come out as the victor in that one. But, you know, Mercedes Moné getting a submission win. And at the moment, in case, you never know, she may lose it between now and then, but Thekla versus Mercedes Monet, it's not, to me, it's not as much of a draw, I think. To me.
Why not? If on
Thekla
paper,
is on such a roll right now, though, as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
on paper, Mercedes' name is bigger than almost anyone in that company.
on paper, until you see her in the ring,
She's been having good matches.
she you know what, I'll admit that. She has had a couple of good matches since her return. But before she left 7 months ago,
So it's different now, Sarge.
whew, hopefully it stays that way. But with that being said, hey, top of the hour, we'll be back right after the news for hour number 2.
Live from the Gateway Fiber Studios, online at gatewayfiber.com. News Radio 105.3, 1280.
Can I say a-hole on the radio?
It's 11 o'clock in the
You say a-hole? Yeah, of course.
A-hole.
A-hole.
Fox News, I'm Angelo Bavaro. Crowds in Iran calling for revenge as they gather for the funeral of the late Supreme Leader killed by the U.S. and Israeli airstrikes.
In his remarks to the nation last night, President Trump spoke about the U.S. military and those U.S. forces who participated in Operation Epic Fury. The president's remarks come as indirect talks between the United States and Iran move forward on a technical level. The ceasefire between the two countries remains in place.
Fox's Trey Yingst. Relief is coming to the eastern U.S. after days of sweltering heat.
It will be cooler today as you're looking at temperatures still summer-like, mid-80s, 85 degrees in New York City. And actually, in some of these locations, you're going to be trading in some of those really high temperatures with some pretty big rainfall totals.
That is Fox Weather's Adam Klotz. America is listening.
He went through this phase where he's like, I don't want to watch AEW because they keep stealing everybody from WWE. Like, Andrade did that turn in the cage match. He was like, why can't Andrade go back to WWE? He's a good guy now. And they keep stealing all these people from, like, Ricochet. Why can't Ricochet go back? And I'm like, well, yeah, but WWE steals people too. There's all these other people in WWE. But we watched Forbidden Door and we watched Dynamite. And he's getting back into it.
Right.
His main comment about AEW, which might be a topic we can discuss, is everybody in AEW is a bad guy. Even the good guys are bad guys. And he has a hard time with that.
Speedball like Bailey is on.
Right. Speedball is straight up babyface. But like Will Ospreay's in the Death Riders.
Right.
And Swerve Strickland used to be a good guy. Now he's a bad guy. There are no like straight up good guys in AEW right now.
Yeah.
He has a hard time with
I agree that there's a hodgepodge blend, per se.
It's just the edgy style of AEW.
But like I was telling Sarge earlier today, I'm more excited about AEW program than I am WWE.
But you chose to watch NXT live over Forbidden Door. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Money. Money.
Yeah, that's a factor.
That's the factor right there. No, it's just overall, I really enjoy like Dynamite and Collisions.
So we were trying to catch up on our vacation. We watched Forbidden Door, and we watched the ending of it, and Will Ospreay won. And I just turned on Dynamite, because it was like Friday night. Raw and SmackDown had already aired. I don't even want to watch them. I'm going to turn on Dynamite.
Right.
We watched the whole Dynamite. I was like, that was good wrestling. All in all, those two shows together, and then we got home yesterday, I turned on Raw, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah. No, I mean, seriously. I mean, you kind of go, what?
Raw sucked.
Yeah, Raw was blah.
I watched Raw.
SmackDown to me
Saturday.
was blah.
I'm halfway through SmackDown. I watched Raw on Saturday night, and it was just like, this sucks.
And it's just like, what are they doing? Even the matches. I mean, it's one thing, you could do stuff behind the scenes, and yeah, the production value is a little bit better, but
the matches
are just like,
I don't really like doing it, but the matches were lazy. I don't like saying it, but all the matches on Raw were lazy. They were all the same repetitive formula.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And I don't know what they need besides.
They need house shows, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how often they're really doing it, but
Because I was thinking about this, as you get up to the WWE and AEW, yeah, I'm sure you have a producer that kind of gives you some guidelines of, hey, this would be good, this would be good.
they do. Yeah.
But how much is it just pretty much just called in the ring and the reps?
Not in WWE. Every move is called in WWE these days.
Okay.
In AEW, in AEW, it's called every move because you can tell it's highly choreographed in both, but the wrestlers call it more in AEW.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In WWE, it's all produced, and it's all produced by the same person. I think everybody else was off except one producer on Monday. It was punch, pause, kick, pause, jump off the top rope, pause. It was very slow. I don't know if I guess
I
you
agree.
picked up on it. But
Yeah.
so slow.
I mean, to me, there's points where you can be slow on a match, but there's also points where you have to like speed it up and show the intensity. And I think that's what it is when they're wrestling, unless it's a high-profile match, there's no intensity.
Maybe that's the word. Maybe there's no intensity. There's no.
And then you're just waiting for, this is awesome. No, it's not. This.
I haven't heard that chant before.
No, that's what I'm going to start. Every time I hear it.
It was very robotic on Monday. All the matches. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Good time.
That's
Good
the
time.
latest from News Radio KYRO. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
How's she doing?
She's doing good.
Check out the dinner.
And the mics are going live. Welcome back. Hour number 2, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We are live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also on our streaming pages, Facebook page, and YouTube channel. Type in Uncensored Wrestling Talk, jump into that chat. We want to hear what you have to say, your questions, your comments. Whew, I'm out of breath.
You're out of breath.
That first hour went by so fast, it's not even funny. It was a sprint, it feels like sometimes. You know, NWA's World League Wrestling Showdown. So very cool. So very, very cool. Now on St. Louis TV airwaves on CW11, KPLR TV, 12 o'clock noon on Saturdays. Usually the first and last Saturday of the month. Because it being the 4th yesterday, the next episode will be on next Saturday at 12 o'clock noon. And you will see Sophia Rose taking on Cameron Burnett for the Ladies Championship. And then also men's singles action, where it'll be the 99 overall Chris Danger taking on the Deliverer Moses. And what a rivalry that one has become. Maybe we'll see a winner come out of that one.
There was a winner. I was there.
There was. You're right.
I'm not telling you who.
Exactly.
So speaking of the Showdown, I actually want to remind people, you can also see it on YouTube still.
Yes.
And the Fox app.
Right.
Yes. On Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m., you can see NWA World League Showdown. Fox 2 STL Plus. On, of course, you can get the app on your phone, your computer, but you know, also you can get it on Roku, Amazon TV, and the Fire TV for absolutely free.
Free.
Free. FREE. It's 4 letters.
Yes. So there's no reason not to catch Showdown.
There
And I'm
isn't.
just
There
blown
really
by
isn't.
that because
There really isn't. There's so many awesome ways now to watch, World League Wrestling Showdown. You've got it on Fox 2's app. You've got it on St. Louis Airwaves. You've got it on channels in Columbia, Missouri, and St. Joseph, Missouri, and also on the Intrigue TV network from Houston, Texas, all the way up to Boston, Massachusetts. So many awesome ones. HarleyRace.com is the place to go to get tickets to the events at the Race Wrestling Arena in Troy, or any of the quote-unquote road shows that we do. The latest road show that we did, myself and H.D. Daniels here were there at the Lathrop, Missouri Friendship Festival, 2 nights. That was an awesome event in itself. I have said this so many times till I'm blue in the face. You got to get your tickets early. You got to get them early. And if you don't, you're going to be on the outside looking in when it comes to the events at the Race Wrestling Arena. The next event is scheduled. Now, I'll get to the comment here in just a moment on Facebook here. The NWA Showcase, the 2026 Territory Classic, August the 15th, the middle of the month. 7 different territories of the NWA will be represented in this classic tournament. And I do love my tournaments. Man, I love tournaments. And we just found out when we announced this earlier in the first hour that Chase Emery from NWA's Joe Kazana Promotions SE out of Eastern Tennessee will be in that tournament. The first one to announce that he is coming. So keep your eyes open on the Facebook page of World League Wrestling to find out who else is going to be coming for that tournament. I cannot wait. It's going to be so awesome to see. And of course, also, there'll be a meet and greet. Again, make sure you keep your eyes on the Facebook page of World League Wrestling. Former UFC welterweight champion will be presenting the trophy to the winner, and also that meet and greet. Mr. Matt Hughes going to be in the building that night. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. It's going to be very awesome. And of course, also today, this of course is Wrestlers Only, blood work and physical clinic, helping talent prepare for the new Missouri Athletic Commission license year. Today from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Race Wrestling Arena. Physicals are only $50, and blood work and physicals are only $100. Very easy. Get in there, get it done, and you won't have to worry about it for the next year. How about that? Very good stuff, guys. Very, very good stuff. All right, Aiden Riley, the biggest little dog. You guys must have been talking about him or something.
No, we actually
appeared. He says, I almost died yesterday on the main channel, stuck in a hurricane on the Lake of the Ozarks in a boat.
Probably a little dinghy.
Oh, good God. Man.
Lakes don't have hurricanes.
And it was up to him to command the vessel and head into the hurricane. And he fought the hurricane with his bare hands and saved everyone on board.
Lieutenant Dan style.
Please acknowledge that it was I, Aiden Riley, fought the storm and won. I'm undefeated against hurricanes, 1-0. First ever NWA World League Wrestling Hurricane Champion right here, folks, in the flesh.
Aiden versus the Hurricane Helms.
Man, that's pretty heroic.
Well, I'm glad he was safe. I am glad he was safe.
Excuse me. Whew. Goodness gracious. The Facebook chat is alive.
Captain of one.
Do what?
He was probably in the small little dinghy, so he had maybe his dog or a cat with him. That's the passenger.
Still saved lives, right?
He saved lives.
He didn't say what lives or whose lives.
His pound puppies.
Let's get back to AEW Forbidden Door and her.
His pound puppies.
Team Briscoe versus Team DC MJF. the Don Callis family and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Of course, on Team Briscoe is Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Koneska Takeshita, and Darby Allin up against Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and of course Andrade El Idolo inside that Death's Door match. That was I mean, the outcome was predictable. Let's be honest about it. We knew that Team Briscoe was gonna pick up the win, and that Mark Briscoe was gonna get that shot against AEW's World Champion MJF on Wednesday night's Dynamite. But Andrade El Idolo kind of helping out Team Briscoe by turning on Team DC MJF.
Yeah, I mean, the writing's been on the wall for a while now with Andrade, and just the reactions, the Don Callis kind of dismissing him every time he talks about a title shot. So it was like, yep, there it is.
Can the Don Callis family go away now?
Well, now you gotta have a civil war.
Unfortunately, no.
Now you're gonna have more of a civil war.
Is it? You can't really call it a civil war, dude.
Well, you got Konosuke and now Andrade, and
Well, Andrade's not in the family anymore.
right.
No, he's
The
not.
non-family versus the family.
Well, then it's not a civil war.
It's not a civil war anymore.
Former brothers fighting each other. It is a civil war.
But they're still part of the same union in the Civil War.
Good lord.
I don't know what they're doing with Andrade. I hope something.
How about that match with Brian Cage, though?
Yeah.
From Wednesday night's Dynamite, you're talking about Brian Cage up against Andrade El Idolo, and boy, that was a hard-hitting match. Now,
Yeah. I like to see more of Brian Cage. Give him a little more push.
we're gonna start seeing more of Brian Cage. I mean, you got to give him a chance to breathe. He just got back. He just got back within weeks, so
Right.
I think we will see more from Brian Cage in the future. But you know, this deal with Andrade El Idolo, maybe he's got through Brian Cage now, and it kind of looks like maybe he's going to have to start going up against other members of the Don Callis family as well. HD Daniels,
Yeah.
Andrade El Idolo, he's going to pick up wins. He's going to pick up wins, just like he did against Brian Cage.
Yeah.
But who's the one in the Don Callis family that is going to defeat Andrade El Idolo, do you think?
Either Fletcher or Okada.
Do you think there's going to be a match between either
Those
one
are
of
the
those
only.
two?
Those are the only two that have any substance in that group. The other people in the group are
Kevin Knight?
fodder.
Mark
You mean
Davis?
Lance
both won
Archer?
championships.
Yes, I mean Lance Archer by definition.
I'm, you know, to be quite honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in how they've handled him. Lance Archer, I mean, the murder hawk.
From the day he started, yeah.
Not just
Uh-huh.
being in the Don Callis family,
Yeah.
as a
Just
whole.
as a whole, yeah.
Lance Archer, he has this these dead eyes that he's just spinning his wheels in AEW. Like when you really look at him on camera, he's like, "What am I doing here?" That's just the way I feel.
It does kind of get that feeling, doesn't
Uh-huh.
it?
Yeah.
And then there's also another member of the Don Callis family that we haven't seen forever. He made basically one appearance, joined the family, and then disappeared again. Wardlow.
Mhm.
Where the heck is Wardlow? We haven't heard anything about Wardlow. Is he injured again? I mean, what's the deal?
I guess about 2 or 3 weeks ago I saw something, but it's more dirt sheet that he's supposed to be heading to WWE.
Well, they've been talking about him going to the WWE for years now. So that's one of those ones that I really don't take any kind of grain of salt with because, again, it's been talked about for so long, but he's been out with injuries and all these kind of things that puts all of that time on the back end of that contract that he's got. So he ain't going anywhere for a while.
Maybe it's Wardlow underneath the sheet for Danhausen.
AC Daniels,
Yeah,
your glasses just fell.
I know. He shook the
It
table.
was a
I
shocking moment.
Handle him, please.
Handle him.
Handle him. Handle him. I just got done saying that all this time frame is going to be put in on the back end of Wardlow's contract. He's not going anywhere, and then all of a sudden, he's on the sheet.
I don't know what to say about this guy.
Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Men's Owen Hart Cup Final. H.G. Daniels, what did you think of this match?
Which Owen Hart Cup final?
The men's.
The men's. Sorry, I'm TikToking.
It's okay.
What?
That's another thing. We're on TikTok.
We're on TikTok. Don't ask me the handle. Hold on. At UW Talk KYRO.
Same as on X.
That match was quite long, quite bloody, quite fun, I will say.
It was.
It was a given, I think, that Will Ospreay was going to win. It's really hard for me to get into a match when you know the winner. Which is one of the reasons I like Night of Champions, because we all thought Jey Uso was going to win, and we all thought Cody Rhodes was going to retain. At least I assumed. But anyway, back to AEW. Will Ospreay versus MJF will be quite interesting, because I don't think Kenny Omega is going to win on Wednesday. Unless they make it a triple threat or something.
You know, so Will Ospreay gets the win. He's going to go on to All In on, I believe it's August the 30th? Something along those lines at the end of the month?
AEW All In?
Yeah.
I don't know the date.
I believe it's at the
We're
end of the
great
month.
journalists.
But regardless, he's going to face whomever is the AEW World Champion. So, this past week on AEW programming, we saw how Kenny Omega is going to be challenging MJF this coming Wednesday night on Dynamite for that said championship. And as soon as that was announced, my thought process went to, at first everybody, was talking about how, this is the same as Cody and Hangman Adam Page, and now Kenny Omega is never going to be able to challenge for this title ever again as well, because he's not going to be able to beat MJF. But you know what? My thought process went to Adam Hangman Page is showing up in this one.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen him for a very long time. He's going to cause MJF to lose that championship to Kenny Omega, and we may quite possibly get Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at All In. What's your thoughts on that?
To me, it makes sense.
Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay will be received with, it will be received well, but it'll be a good match. The story,
You're not thrilled with this, I can tell.
I'm trying to find the right adjective to use, because the better story is Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley. I'm sorry, that's the better story. Take MJF and Kenny Omega out of this. Will Ospreay versus Jon Moxley.
Well, I
is
think
the
that could
story.
be down the line, because Ospreay's going to win it.
Yeah, but you got Kenny Omega whining at Will Ospreay for joining the Death Riders, or did he join the Death Riders?
Well, here's the thing.
Well, he received the patch.
At the end of
he didn't drop it or
Forbidden
anything.
Door, we saw an interview from Wednesday night. At the end of Forbidden Door, yes, Jon Moxley gave him that patch of the Death Riders, and when Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay teamed together on Dynamite, he had that patch on his tights. So there is that.
They were on his tights?
It was on his tights.
Okay.
Yeah. On the right side upper portion of his tights.
I guess he's in the Death Riders then.
I guess he's in the Death Riders.
And Kenny Omega is not happy about it.
No. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
But, I mean, if you think about it, if they're going to drop the belt at All In, who's better? Are you going to hurt MJF by having him drop the belt?
MJF can drop the belt 100 times. He'll always be MJF.
He'll always be MJF. That devil is on a different level. And he just is. But my thinking is Hangman Adam Page causes MJF to lose. It'll be Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at All In, and then Will Ospreay will defeat Kenny Omega to win the championship. But then here comes out the Death Riders to celebrate with Will Ospreay, and they all get into the ring, and then they do a beatdown.
I don't know.
And that's where we get the upcoming Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay. Because it just feels like ever since Will Ospreay came back from that neck injury, that Jon Moxley actually incurred on him, and then them helping Will Ospreay, it just felt like it's been a ruse this whole time.
Or is Jon Moxley going to WWE? Because I've seen those rumors too.
No, stop it! Stop it right now.
I've seen them. They're out there.
He's got to be there for SummerSlam.
He has said himself.
He's going to ruin the main event of SummerSlam.
He has said himself that he is not going anywhere. He is AEW for life.
Yeah, well, the pocketbook of TKO might change his mind.
I doubt that very highly. I really do. I doubt that very highly.
I was just, the rumors are out there that he's going back. His contract's up, something like that.
He signed a 5-year contract.
And it's been about 5 years?
No, about 2 years ago. Because
Okay.
see, he had signed a 5-year contract in 2019 when he first showed up in AEW. That took it to 2024. He signed a 5-year contract in 2024. That'll take it to 2029. So people out there need to stop with the rumors of Jon Moxley going to WWE. It's not going to happen right now. Not going to happen.
Okay.
Unless he buys out his contract and then goes through.
How many times have you ever heard of a contract being
draft
bought out?
Maybe they're going to do a AEW WWE draft.
Yeah, maybe. You could say maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where. I like the story because I don't know where they're going with it. The Death Riders and Will Ospreay. I don't need Kenny Omega and I don't need MJF involved in all this. Just keep it with those two. My opinion. But Omega versus Ospreay would be a classic AEW style match. It really would be.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
But does MJF deserve to be in the main event?
You know, to be quite honest, he really does.
Yeah.
He really, truly does. So do we maybe see a triple threat between MJF, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay?
If it was a triple threat, I'd be afraid MJF was going to retain.
No.
No, I know.
You mean regain?
Yeah,
Because
he would
Kenny
have to
Omega's
lose.
taking the championship.
Oh, you're right.
Let's say,
you're
for
right,
argument's
you're
sake, Kenny Omega wins it on Wednesday night through help of Hangman Adam Page.
Right. Well, then a Hangman would have to fight MJF at All In.
That's kind of where I'm thinking too. But that would be a very good wild match as a triple threat with MJF, Kenny
It would
Omega,
be.
and Will
It would be
Ospreay.
completely wild and probably really fun. But
And I don't think that one would be very, very long either. I mean, as a normal
Right.
Kenny Omega long match. But see, also after him having that diverticulitis and having to go through all of that, his matches are never going to be as long as they
no,
once
and I guess then you have the Death Riders factor in that match. I don't know. You guys think Omega's going to win? Because I didn't think he was.
I think
On
so.
Wednesday?
On Wednesday, yeah, I really do. I will be
With the
very
interference.
surprised if
'Cause they
Adam
brought up
Page doesn't get
Adam
involved.
Page too many times over Wednesday night in Collision.
Over those
Dynamite.
last several
MJF
weeks.
just won it back though. Like literally
True.
just won it back.
He's going after 18.
Is he? Okay.
These guys kill me sometimes, folks. They really do.
That title's been hot-shotted a lot since.
Did we take our first break in the second hour?
No.
Guess what time it is?
59-second time.
On that note, we are going to go ahead and take our first break of this second hour. As H.D. Daniels so eloquently put it, it is only 59 seconds, and we'll go ahead and take it right now.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For a different customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line.
Yep.
For 80 seconds of line,
It's been complicated like every 3 months. H, Joe, Darby, MJF.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Are we on the air?
This is Helen at Gateway Fiber.
I hit the button early.
I know, you expect to be clapped.
It didn't register.
It's alright.
Finley Shoe Store is a local family and veteran-owned tradition in historic downtown Troy, Missouri. Dedicated to serving the local community and providing great customer service. Their brands include Irish Setter, Works, Birkenstock, Brooks, Merrill, New Balance, Skechers, Thorogood, as well as Superfleet insoles, 3D foot scanner to ensure you get just the right insoles for you. Finley Shoe Store providing men's and women's quality footwear in Lincoln County area since 1947.
There we go.
636
Mics are going live. And welcome back, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Hour number 2, halfway through. Hour number 2. Man, an hour and a half has gone by so doggone quickly, it's not even funny. Man, where's the time go? Uncensored Wrestling Talk live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM, KYRO. Of course, also on our streams. The Facebook page, YouTube channel, type that in, Uncensored Wrestling Talk. Come join us in the interactive chats on both of those. HD Daniels,
Yes.
we are on both X and TikTok.
At UW Talk KYRO.
And Superfan, we've got a Discord channel.
Yes, Uncensored Wrestling Talk Show.
Boom, there you go.
Pull over in your car. Do all those 3 things.
Join, and join. There you go. There you go.
And follow us on YouTube.
And follow us on the YouTube. Let's turn our direction to something that Superfan over here watched last Sunday night. Apparently the only thing he watched on Sunday night.
Because it was free.
Because it was free on the CW.
Free.
Great American Bash going on. NXT Women's North American Championship on the line. Former champion Tatum Paxley going up against current champion Zarya, who Zarya had defeated Tatum Paxley not that long ago for that championship. Very good match, I thought.
It was a decent match. I mean, you kind of knew that Zarya was going to end up winning eventually, but overall it was a strong performance by Tatum.
Very, very. Something that they did on Great American Bash, and, you know, AEW's Dynamite for that matter, had the World Championship, the NXT Championship, and, of course, that AEW World Championship to open up the show with. I didn't care for it, to be quite honest. Not the match itself, just having the match at the very beginning of the program. I'm still not a big fan of that.
Well, I mean, you take a look at it. Tony D'Angelo took the fireball to his face, so to open it up, give him a little, you know, it ended up, maybe 5-minute match.
Oh, it was longer than 5 minutes. It was more like a 15 to 20 minute match.
It was still very short for me, and it was pretty much here's a teaser of a future.
Well, I was a little surprised that Naraku didn't pick up the win in that one against Tony D'Angelo, to be quite honest.
Yeah, well, Naraku dominated the whole thing. I mean, to be honest, and Tony D'Angelo was able to hit him with his finisher in 1, 2, 3.
Real quick in the Facebook chat room, our mama bear, Sherry Harley, in the chat room saying, "Good morning, guys. Better late than never, I guess." Well, You know, Mama Bear, I gotta say, it's always a privilege and an honor to have you in the chat room and watching the show, no matter when you are able to come in. We appreciate you and we love you. Thank you very much. You know, also at Great American Bash, ending the night, Kendall Gray going up against Lola Vice for the NXT Women's Championship. Had no problem with that match being the main event. You know, that
It deserved to be
that
the main
men's
event.
match should have been right before that one. Again, no problem with having the women's match as the main event. I think that was an awesome match between them two. And Kendall Gray coming out and picking up the victory to become the new NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, that was a hard-hitting match between the two. And, you know, you kind of felt it towards the end that Kendall had just a little bit more left in the tank and was able to, even though the move where was Lola Vice hit the back fist and then Kendall hit the ropes and pops her back and they both lay on the mat.
Yep.
Covering each other and both getting right at the last second, getting their shoulders up.
It was pretty.
I thought
pretty
that was
amazing.
very good.
Very
So,
good stuff. Very good stuff.
I'm happy for Kendall Gray.
Saquon Sugars going up against Dion Lennox. That's Dark State against each other. There's your little civil war, if you want to call it that. Saquon Sugars coming out as the victor in that one, but then getting a beat down by the Dark State.
I mean, the thing about it is, actually watching Saquon Sugars in that match, he showed me why he's the indie wrestler he is. And he actually showed that he is much better than Dion Lennox, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In his ability in the ring. The corkscrew top rope plunge that he did.
That was very cool.
That was incredible.
That was
I'd like
very,
to see
very
it
cool
again.
to see.
So, it's going to be another fight. He's got to get some help against the other members, so we'll see what happens.
For sure. And a match I think was match of the night, honestly, for Great American Bash. For the NXT North American Championship. Miles Bourne, the champion, defending against Tavion Heights. Man, that was one heck of a match.
Hey, you know, if there's room on the main roster, I'd bring up Miles Bourne yesterday. I just like what he's doing. You just are enthralled with him, and you get behind him every single time. So I just wish there was. But if he comes up to the main roster, obviously he's just going to fall into what are you going to do with him?
He'll have dinner with Isla Dragunov.
Right.
Right. Could be a heck of a tag team. Isla Dragunov and Miles
And
Bourne.
Jordan Grace can join in on that dinner backstage.
Backstage in catering.
We're diverting from Great American Bash and going over this. Okay, fine. I am so mad that they are not using Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
What is wrong with Jordan Grace?
Nothing.
Is she injured?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Put her in matches. I don't care if it's a squash match. Put her in matches. Let her keep getting those reps. Good Lord. I don't like it. I don't like what they're not doing.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. We've talked about it to death. I just thought I'd bring it up again.
I still think she should be the Paul Heyman gal.
No, you're just trying to get the ire up over here.
I am. Yeah.
Paul Heyman gal?
Maybe.
That would be cool. That would be kind of interesting, I guess, maybe.
But she's not a heel.
Not really, though.
She wrestles pretty babyface.
Yeah. Even in TNA, she was never really the heel.
Never.
Per se.
No, she never was. I don't know if she could be a Paul Heyman gal or. They don't have any babyface managers.
No,
so.
no babyface managers, none whatsoever. No, I just want to see Jordan Grace more though. I mean, it's a shame they bring her up from NXT to the main roster. Had her do a few matches. She almost immediately had a match with Jade Cargill.
Carried Jade Cargill.
And carried that woman. You're absolutely right in that match for the women's championship. And then pretty much after that, she might have had one, maybe two more matches after that, but then nothing. And we're talking like for the last 3 months or so of nothing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It really is.
Back to the
MAI.
bash. Back to the bash.
Back to the bash. Ren Sinclair going up against Ariana Grace for the women's speed championship. And those speed matches only 5 minutes long, and Ren Sinclair getting the win over Ariana Grace with about 1.5 minutes left in that match. Wow.
Yeah.
3.5 minute match.
3.5.
Ooh.
With 15 minutes of intro.
I thought that was a Twitter title.
No, that's a speed championship.
I know, I thought that was a Twitter title. You put quick matches on Twitter.
They were doing that to begin with, didn't they? And then they got away from it almost as quickly as they started putting them on there. Good job, WWE.
I thought that was the whole point of it.
I thought so too, but apparently not. Did you get to see any of TNA Slammiversary?
No, but I read all the results. Didn't get to watch it.
Read all the results.
Yeah, I had to.
There really wasn't any true surprises,
No,
I thought.
I'm actually really sour on TNA right now. I don't have a lot of good things to say about it.
That Ultimate X match. Ultimate X matches are always fun.
Yeah.
To watch. Cedric Alexander going into that one as the champion, taking on Amazing Red, Fabiana Aichner, Frankie Kazarian, Casey Navarro, Leon Slater, the former champion, and Mr. Elegance. You know, they're saying Leon Slater's contract is going to be ending very, very soon with TNA, and more than likely he's going to get picked up by the WWE, which I have no problem with at all.
Well, that's what they are now. They're a feeder.
Pretty much. I was thinking maybe Amazing Red was going to come out of that one as the new champion, since he just came back after a very long hiatus from TNA. But Cedric Alexander coming out as the victor in that one. Very fun match, though. We've got new Knockouts World Tag Team Champions in Demon Bunny, Rosemary, and Allen.
I like that team. I always have.
Yeah, very much so. Defeated the Elegance brand, of course. Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance. Mustafa Ali in a TNA International Championship Open Challenge was answered by Rich Swann, and Mustafa Ali getting the win over Rich Swann to hold on to that championship. We did have a women's TNA Knockouts World Championship title change. Zaya Brookside defeated Li Ying Lee, and honestly, to me, that one really wasn't much of a surprise either. The one match I would say that kind of surprised me a little bit was the four-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Of course, that one had the Broken Hardys, Broken Matt and Brother Nero, going up against the System, Brian Myers and Bear Bronson, the champions. The Righteous, Vincent and Dutch, and the Great Hands, Jason Hotch and John Schuyler, and the Broken Hardys coming out of that one as the brand new champions.
Yeah, that felt unnecessary.
It really did. It really kind of did.
No love for the Righteous.
No.
Really, there isn't.
And I liked them.
Yeah.
I do too. And you know, the Broken Hardys thing should have been done a long time ago.
There's kind of a theme going on with the title holders, minus a few. They're all former WWE wrestlers who know how to work the WWE style. Almost every one of them now.
True. That's very true. That's very, very true. Speaking of which, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, now going by the name, his real name, Nick Nemeth, taking on Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship. Mike Santana, of course, going into that one as the champion, and that was Nemeth's Call Your Shot championship match, and Nemeth coming out as the victor, picking up that title, and another former, like you said, WWE wrestler, excuse me, knowing how to do that WWE style, and another wrestler whose contract is going to be coming up very, very soon, excuse me, Mike Santana, being talked about going to WWE. Your thoughts on both of those gentlemen?
Nick Nemeth just isn't doing it for me in TNA.
Oh.
I really wish that he was, but he's just not doing it.
Well, but it's the product.
It's the whole product.
It's really the whole product, and whether or not they're setting, sell low, destroy it as much as possible, sell it low, and move on. That's kind of where you feel like this train is heading for TNA. And until they put any true WWE TKO money back behind it, I think we're just going to be in this myriad of blah.
Well, I mean, there is that rumor as well that TNA is for sale, and that WWE may very well come in and buy it.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the price tag has been said anywhere between $30 and $50 million. I think the majority of that would be for the library, because it's a pretty extensive library.
TNA's worth $30 million?
That's what they're saying. Anywhere between $30 and $50 million.
The product is more like $30.
I mean,
wow, that's harsh, dude.
That's harsh, but I was going to say low millions. 30 million seems high, but okay.
Which is better? And I don't mean right now. The old Ring of Honor or today's product of TNA?
Not a lot is worse than today's product of TNA.
The reason I say that is because Tony Khan went in and bought Ring of Honor back in 2019-ish.
Whatever-ish, yeah.
For around about $2 to $3 million.
Is that what he bought it for?
Yes.
Okay.
And here they're saying that TNA is worth anywhere between 30 and, well, that's what the sale is going to go for. Between 30 and $50 million. I would say that and this isn't taking anything away from Ring of Honor, because I think that he got Ring of Honor for one hell of a price.
Yeah. He bought it so he could have All In, pretty much.
Pretty much.
So he could have
that
All In.
library of Ring of Honor, very extensive and very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. The library of TNA is also quite good. If you go back and you look at a lot of the older
a little bit more
stuff.
hills and valley with TNA.
TNA has really, really good stuff in its archive.
It really
It has
does.
bad stuff, but
It does.
TNA, in my opinion, has better stuff than WWE has in the early 2000s.
Ooh.
Yeah.
TNA was my company in the
Right,
early 2000s.
because you had the Aces and Eights and
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aces and Eights was an awesome group. I agree with you. I do agree with you. Aces and Eights might be controversial, but I'm going to say it. Especially after it, quote unquote, started getting watered down with so many members. Even though Aces and Eights had several members, it was like 8 or 9 members to it. Aces and Eights was better than the NWO.
No, I don't know about that, Mr. Sarge, but they were cool.
No, I'm serious.
No,
After they started getting so many members to the NWO, it just got so watered down to the point of ridiculousness, where Aces and Eights, that didn't happen.
You're entitled to that opinion. Can be wrong, though.
So you think you
The NWO was cool.
I'm talking to a TNA guy here.
Right. Uh-huh.
You think that the NWO
All right.
with 30 members?
Listen, you're talking to a TNA guy from that era, but I'm more of a WCW late 90s guy. All in all of my wrestling fandom, yes.
So you think 30 member watered down
NWO was cool.
was better than the Ace and Eights?
In the wrestling lore, Aces and Eights they mean nothing to wrestling lore. NWO actually meant something.
I mean, I understand your point, but I mean, the NWO, I should say. Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, the true fourth member, not X-Pac, not Six Pack, whatever you want to call him. It was the Giant, the Big Show, then X-Pac, Ted DiBiase as a manager type. Scott Norton, very good member of the NWO.
We're just going to list them all?
No, not all of them.
We'll run past the break then.
And maybe one or two more compared to Aces and Eights, right? Yes, I agree with you. NWO, much better. But then when you get into adding 10, 15, 20
And you got
more.
the Wolfpack. Macho Man, he was in there.
Well, yeah, and then like that's what I was going to say. That's your one or two more, like Macho Man and
Sting was in there, Lex Luger, Conan.
I don't know.
I'm not saying the Aces and Eights wasn't cool and fun, because it totally was.
It totally was.
But you can't, I don't think you can even compare
I'm comparing to the 30 member NWO versus the 8 or 9 member of Aces and Eights. I think the Aces and Eights were just better than the NWO.
Okay.
At that time, because it just got so watered down and ridiculous that it made you almost want to turn the channel and go over and watch the Monday Night Raw and just tape in WCW and fast forward through it.
I got you. All right.
At least at Ace and Eights, they started kicking people out.
They did.
They did.
They did. NWO would kick people out and then have them come right back the very next week.
Right.
What was the point of that? I don't know. That's just me. Moving on.
To a break?
No, we've got about 9 minutes to the top of the hour. I guess we better take a quick last break of the second hour of Uncensored Wrestling
Sarge
Talk.
is excited today.
Yeah, big time. We'll go ahead and do that right now.
Dean Scott here, and I'm with John Lang, owner of Mountaintop Motor Company.
Oopsie.
John, tell us about the
We get to talking sometimes,
going
and
on. King, we
it
don't have
happens.
one. What? You're an auto dealership. You have to have some kind of sale going on. Nope, no quote unquote sale going on at our place. And you know why? Why? Because usually those sales promotion at other dealerships, they're BS, man. Most of the time they're robbing Peter to pay Paul somewhere, and we don't play those games in Mountaintop. We're not about sales, we're about true savings. I like that. No sales, just savings. You're saying come in, check out the inventory, and you guys will prove that your pricing is always super competitive. Correct. We've got so much great inventory in the lot right now. Many vehicles starting at $15,000 or lower. And with our great prices, we're confident we can get you set up the
What
right way.
moment
You
in
heard
US
it. Great
history
pricing,
would you
great
like to
inventory,
see
great people to work with. And there's a reason Mountaintop Motor Company has over 1,000 5-star reviews. Please don't settle for just any dealership. Aim higher and go visit the good guys in Troy. MountaintopMotors.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
You got an answer?
No. What?
Signing of the Declaration of Independence. See how many people are actually.
People are talking about Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3
Going back
Troy
and
Center.
seeing live
Setting
on
the standard
television
for
as it's
authentic
happening.
Mexican food
The
and
landing on the
great
map.
drinks. Carry out or dine in 7 days a week at both great locations.
No.
Stop in or order online for
That was
carry out at
1969.
DonJuliosWinfield.com or DonJuliosTroy.com.
That'll be
Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center. And don't forget, buy one, get one free on
right,
Wednesday
like
and
the Mayflower or
Monday
something
in
like that.
Winfield. That's Don Julio's Mexican Restaurant in the Winfield Plaza and Don Julio's Taco Express at number 3 Troy Center.
during the Declaration.
Veteran owned and operated.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like it is
Bringing
today.
great authentic Mexican food home
Yeah.
to Lincoln County.
I'm
Hasta
gonna do you.
pronto.
Just people
Operating
whining and
Engineers
bitching at
Local
each other.
513, proud to support the Mizzou Tigers, St. Louis Blues, Kansas City Chiefs, and local high school sports on News
Everything you
Radio
see them, they're so happy and
KYRO. The
everything.
Local 513 training
Oh, no, they
program
all
on
hate
Highway
it.
61 and
Right.
F is now accepting apprenticeship applications to build your future. Motor grader, backhoe, crane operation, and maintenance programs earn college credits and employment as
Coming
an
back right after
operator.
this.
Visit the Local 513 training program website at iuoe513.com and
And the
start
mics are
building
going
your
live.
future today.
All right, well, welcome back. We are live with about 6 minutes left here on the radio side of things. Uncensored Wrestling Talk live inside the Gateway Fiber studio of News Radio 105.3 FM, 1280 AM KYRO. Of course, also on our streams. If you are listening on the radio and you want to continue to listen to the show, watch the show, jump over to those streams. At the top of the hour, we'll go on for a little bit longer on that side of things. Real quick, we just saw something on the television here in the studio. It was a very interesting question. It said, what moment in U.S. history would you like to see firsthand? I'm going to change that question up real quick. We've only got about 5 minutes here.
I know where he's going with this.
What moment in wrestling history would you guys like to go back and see firsthand?
I mean, that's a tough question because a lot of it was already televised and on video.
But seeing it live.
Seeing
it
it live
firsthand.
I would like to be in the arena when Goldberg beat Hulk Hogan.
Really?
That's the first thing that comes to mind. There's probably more. When Chris
Okay.
Benoit won the world title, that was really special to me as a wrestling fan.
Okay.
You go.
Oh. To me,
I don't know. There's so many.
To me, it's whenever Dusty Rhodes took the belt off Ric Flair. In the
steel cage at the Great American Bash?
Yeah.
In the mid-'80s? Okay. That's a good one. There's a couple of them for me. I would love to go back and see... I would love to see the very first title win. But I would also like to see the second title win, because that one was a much longer title reign and really secured him, I believe. Harley Race.
You asked the question, you don't even have your own
The
answer.
very first, I've got them. I'm just trying to rank them in my head here. The very first, and this was in 1987, the very first War Games between the Four Horsemen and James J. Dillon against Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, the Four Horsemen. Wow, that would have been awesome to have seen firsthand.
What about when the NWO was formed? We were just talking about that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of a
Just
cool
to
moment.
be in the crowd with all the trash and garbage.
Yeah. The very
Would you have
first,
thrown the peanut bag?
I would have been like 9 years old, so I don't know.
the
Not
very
sure. I would have been
first
scared probably.
Starrcade, 1983, Flair for the Gold, Harley Race versus Ric Flair inside the steel cage. But the entirety of that event, though, was just absolutely amazing. You also had on that card the dog collar match between Rowdy Roddy Piper and Greg the Hammer Valentine. Wow, that would have been so cool to have seen up close and in person. Man, a lot of them, a lot of history moments. To
What
wanna
about
go
when
back
Kerry
and
Von
see.
Erich beat Ric Flair at Texas Stadium?
That one's not so high up on my list. I know it's yours
Yeah.
because you're
I
a
was a
huge
big-
WCCW
Yeah.
fan. And hey, don't get me wrong, I loved watching WCCW back in the day as well. But for that one, I mean, with Kerry only holding the belt for a week, and it felt like more he was getting the belt because David was gone.
Mhm.
David Von Erich had passed away and everything. I don't know. It just not a huge, not really high up on the list.
Right.
On that one. What else would you like to go back and see firsthand?
I don't know. I mean, like the first TNA show would have been cool to see. I don't know. it's dead air because we're just thinking. So many cool. Wrestling has so many cool moments.
How about this one? Going back to January of 1984 in Madison Square Garden to see Hulk Hogan defeat the Iron Sheik for his first championship win ever.
The green title.
The green title. The green title. Just seeing video of that, you know, the crowd just absolutely popped for that. The roof came off. Awesome moment.
Yeah,
Awesome,
WWE,
awesome.
or actually WWF at the time, it would have been neat to be there, see ringside Andre the Giant and Hogan at the Silverdome.
Yeah, that'd have been huge. That'd have been huge. Very, very much.
You know what? I want to be in the crowd around Amanda versus John Cena. One night stand.
Ooh.
That crowd treating John Cena the way he should.
Wow.
The way he should be treated.
That's my dad. High five right there, my friend. I like it. And with that being said, we got to get out of here on the radio side of things. Hey, if you're listening on the radio side, come on over to the stream, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Uncensored Wrestling Talk. We're going to continue on there for just a little bit longer. But for the radio folks, hey, we will see and talk to you next weekend. But until then, hey, go watch some wrestling.
America 250, 2.5 centuries of the American
I've always been jealous of
From
being
the
in
nation's
that crowd.
founding to the next.
Of not being in that crowd. Just treating John Cena like dirt.
Yeah.
God, I love that.
Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hey, real quick, let's see here. Monday Night Raw, we saw Brock Lesnar come out to Obafemi. Obafemi making
This is so
the decision.
To forego
Instead of
his-
going for a championship, he wants
Why
Brock
the main
Lesnar
wrestler?
at SummerSlam.
Why did we have King of the Ring?
But then Brock Lesnar turned around and said, okay, it'll be in Hell in a Cell.
Why did we have King of the Ring? If Oba's not going to wrestle 2 nights in a row, why did we even have it?
It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. You know what? What should have happened, really, I think would have been so much better, is if Brock Lesnar had showed up in Saudi, cost Obafemi the win against Jey Uso, and then it get announced on Monday Night Raw through an altercation between the two of them, whatever, that it would be Hell in a Cell.
That's the only way that makes sense now of what we're doing. But then Jey Uso would be the #1 contender, and that is not what. He's not even. He lost the key. He would have. What am I trying to say? Their plan was never to put Jey Uso in a title match to begin with, obviously.
Obviously.
So,
Obviously.
he lost to Cody and he lost to Oba. So,
Wow.
this is just stupid.
Yeah. I would have to agree with you.
He's going to hold on to this #1 contendership probably until WrestleMania.
Right. Well, that's what they're already kind of saying.
No! I hate that. I don't like it.
But
you didn't pick, if you won the King of the Ring, right? You get a shot at one of the world championships.
At
That doesn't make
SummerSlam.
you the #1 contender. It just gives you a shot at the championship, right? Okay,
That
so.
makes you the #1 contender.
No, it just gives you a shot.
Like Money in the Bank
But
style?
then you forego
Uh-huh.
going after a championship to want Brock Lesnar in the ring. If that's the case, you just gave up your shot to the world championship, either one, SmackDown or Raw, forever. You don't get another shot. You got to go back and you got to earn it again.
Right.
That's how I look
So
at
we
it.
get Oba squash matches for 6 months.
Hey, you know what?
But
You can
it
put
would,
him in a-
it would have been a better story. Yeah, you wrestle night 1, but you still know you have to wrestle night 2. Then if you don't win, you could say it was because of night.
That would have been much cooler for Oba.
Do you think they might still do something along those lines?
Not 2 nights in a row, no, because we got more
Now we already got matches kind of set
Seth
up.
versus Roman.
Yep, that same night, Monday Night Raw, at the end of the show, Seth Rollins challenging Roman Reigns for that championship at SummerSlam.
Which
and
nobody
Roman Reigns
asked for.
accepting.
Nobody asked for it. Nobody wants it.
And you know what's going to happen already.
John Moxley's going to interfere.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. You're just You're killing me. You're just killing me. Oh, goodness. Roman Reigns is going to win. He's lost every single time that he's gone up against Seth Rollins, no matter what type of match it's been. No matter if it was Seth Rollins coming down, cashing in, and the greatest cash in of Money in the Bank.
Little HD even had to remind me. We watched Raw last night. He's like, you know, they already did this at the Royal Rumble that we went to in 2022. I was like, they did do this. Good
Little
Lord.
HD schooling dad. I love it.
Yeah, he's good at that.
I
He's like,
love it.
We did see that. Rollins came down in the Shield gear and everything. But neither one of us could remember how it ended because it was like stupid to begin with.
Yeah.
It was a disqualification.
Chad Gable.
Let's just move on.
Little time, a lot to talk about. Chad Gable. I wish they would just hurry up and already put the Alpha Academy back with him already. Get it done, get it over with.
I don't know.
Well, what are they going to do with it once it's together?
They go forward and they start winning matches, quote unquote, the right way. Chad Gable winning matches the right way.
Does Chad Gable need a faction?
No.
Does he need one? No.
I don't know if I want to see this.
Or at least get the apology accepted by Maxine Dupree, who she's had one match in the last 2 months.
She's shagging Austin Theory.
Well, there is that. There is that.
She'll be the first Paul Heyman girl.
You think so?
If she joins the Vision, unless they're setting up Paul Heyman to leave the Vision because that whole thing, or like,
I don't think he leaves the Vision.
Well, Austin Theory and Paul Heyman had that little thing. Austin was being a little whiny. He was like, I didn't know you were here. And he goes, well, now you know. That whole thing.
That's true. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong.
I don't know where they're going with it, but I don't know if I care. So.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised by this one. Rey Mysterio versus Ethan Page. I thought Ethan Page was going to pick up the victory against Rey Mysterio, but really Rey Mysterio comes out as the victory.
Rey Mysterio's.
What does that do for Rey?
I don't know what it does for Rey, but Rey's on like a hot streak lately.
He really has been.
And I don't mind it. I love Rey Mysterio, but
of course now
when it comes to the championships, they're not going to put it on him.
No, they probably won't.
The new general manager also of AAA, as we found out a couple of weeks ago. Interesting things. Joe Hendry going up against Austin Theory and picking up the win, the predictable win against Austin Theory. Say his name and he'll appear. Raquel Rodriguez up against Maxine Dupree, as we were just speaking about. And Raquel securing that victory over Maxine Dupree. I don't know. I get this feeling that they want to turn Maxine Dupree into a heel, but it's just not working. Especially with her rant on the microphone at Chad Gable and her, as HD said, shagging up with Austin Theory and all this kind of stuff. It just doesn't, for me, it's just not working. What do you think?
The Vision is not working. The Vision itself is not working. The Chad Gable faction is not working. They're putting two not working things together. The Judgment Day is not working anymore. All these factions.
Well, the Vision's not working right now. Only really because there's so many doggone injuries inside the Vision. Once we get Bronson Reed back, which I believe he's very close to coming back, and then Logan Paul's arm gets all healed back up.
The Vision stopped working the day they turned on Seth. Yes.
You really think so?
Oh, I do. Even though they won the tag team titles, they just weren't working. The tag team of Logan and Austin is fine, but the Vision itself, it's just not, there's nothing working with that.
Interesting.
What's his name? Braun Steiner, he needs to go on his own.
Braun Steiner?
No, he's Braun Steiner. Braun Breaker's stupid. I'll stand by it.
I love it. I freaking love it. And then, we spoke on it a little bit earlier. in the show. Jimmy Uso taking on LA Knight. Jimmy Uso getting the win against LA Knight after a distraction by Jey Uso, but really, it wasn't a distraction by Jey Uso.
LA Knight caused it.
Exactly. Exactly. Where are we going with this one? I think you're right. I think it's going to be Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa finally teaming up, I guess you could say, to go up against the Usos. Will that happen at SummerSlam? Maybe.
Or is Solo ruse? Is it all a ruse? And Solo's going to turn on LA Knight?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could
Maybe
be.
that's the whole plan to get back at LA Knight.
It could be.
Which would be semi-intriguing.
But does that make Solo Sikoa become a member of the Bloodline again?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, if it's a whole big setup for LA Knight.
So we got Roman Reigns, we've got Jacob Fatu, we got the Usos, then we'll have Solo Sikoa. There's also Zilla Fatu that just... Hang on here. Time out. Hold the brakes. We've got Zilla Fatu. We've got Zilla Fatu that just got signed by the WWE not that long ago. More than likely, we're going to see him on NXT for a little while first, and then brought up and become a member of the Bloodline. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members of the Bloodline.
Sammy even said the title's in the family.
This is true. He did say that on Friday night. So we'll go ahead and put Sami Zayn there too. But no real interaction.
He was excommunicated, though. He was beat down at that Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but they came back together after.
For the War Games, yeah. They did. I hate War Games. It just ruins everything.
That's a pretty strong faction, guys.
Too.
The Tongas were never part of the Bloodline. They were part of the family tree. Solo's
Solo, wait a minute. Solo is the brothers to the Usos, who's also a cousin. They're all cousins to Roman Reigns. They're part of the Bloodline.
The Tongas. They're not blood related.
I thought they were in a roundabout way. Like distant cousins or something along those lines.
I don't know. We have to look it up.
Because The Rock is part of the Bloodline. And Nia Jax is a cousin of The Rock. So she's technically part of the Bloodline as well. And she kind of falls in that same line as who you're talking about.
I mean, yeah, Jacob Fatu's using Ming's finishing move. Ming is the dad of one of the Tongas.
Haku?
Haku, yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the father to Tama Tonga, Tala Tonga, and Tongaloa. The Gorillas of Destiny?
They're brothers?
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Well,
You didn't know that, huh?
It would have been nice if Michael Cole would have told me.
He kind of assumed everybody was going to pick it up the last.
Yes.
Michael Cole feeds you information. He didn't feed us that information. No, I didn't know that.
As we spoke earlier about it, AEW Dynamite, Mark Briscoe up against MJF for the title. Of course, MJF retaining that title. AEW TBS Championship Survival of the Fittest match. Hikaru Shida, Chris Statlander, Micah, Holly Cameron, Persephone, and Queen Aminata. And to be quite honest, I'm a little disappointed that Harley Cameron didn't come out as the victor.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because that's who I wanted to win as well.
And she was the first one eliminated, too.
And the first to be eliminated. I'll be honest. When I was watching that on Wednesday night, I threw my sandwich down. I was disgusted. I was ticked off. I was pissed off. Huh?
Did you finish eating it afterwards?
No, I threw it away. I threw it away. I was not happy. I really wanted to see Harley Cameron come out as the TBS champion. And then later on, when Willow Nightingale comes back, and they're talking that she may even be back before the end of the month, actually.
Then why did we do this?
30 days. Defended in 30 days.
Nah, they don't care about that.
They don't do that crap anymore. Unfortunately, but not really. But yeah, she comes back. You can have a little, I don't want to call it a feud, but maybe a series of matches though, between Chloe Cameron and Willow Nightingale.
Yeah.
Who was the better of the Babes of Wrath?
Who do you root for though?
Both of them.
Baby versus baby is always hard.
It really is. It really is.
I really thought Persephone was going to pull it out.
Nah, they got nothing invested in her.
Not really. Not really.
Come on.
Now he really thought his real thoughts were, let's go Queen Aminata.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Is that what she does?
H.G. Daniels again. Welcome back from your small hiatus down to Florida. Anything else that you want to talk about from this past week of professional wrestling before we get on out of here?
WWE just sucks.
WWE just sucks, says H.D. Daniels.
Agree?
Oh,
At times. At times. I can't disagree. I can't disagree. Anything else?
Not really.
Not really. Superfan Tim Williams. Our local nematode Nelly. You got anything?
Well, I'm glad Aiden made it safe. He didn't get swept up in the gigantic storm that he was trying to fight.
From what I understand, there was
In the
a
shallow
major
end of the
storm
pool.
going on down there at the Lake of the Ozarks there.
Yeah. My
Major,
son was
major
actually
storm.
out on the lake too. So.
Kudos to Aiden Riley.
You can thank Aiden for
Fighting the storm in the shallow end
Fighting
of
the
the pool.
hurricane.
In the shallow end of the pool. It's called a water sprinkler.
man.
Ooh. H.D. Daniels,
Hi.
would you like to do the honors, good sir? As H.D. Daniels is getting up, I want to say thank you so much to all of you for joining us this morning. We hope that all of you had an awesome 4th of July weekend. Hope to see you again next weekend right here, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. to noon-ish. Uncensored Wrestling Talk for Superfan, for H.D. Daniels. I am Sarge saying thank you and go watch some wrestling.
Come on. Okay, there we go.